Look, all I'm gonna say is this. My trend breaker video, it's aging like fine wine right now. The Dallas Cowboys continue to do things they haven't done before. That is the focus. I need y'all to stay with me. I need y'all to stay focused. That's been the whole theme of my entire message this entire offseason is we all want them to do something different, to change up their behaviors, to change their pattern a little bit. And we're seeing the crumbs to hopefully a feast that's going to be down the road at some point. Ladies and gentlemen, relax. If anything else, these moves should have bought a little bit of patience, just a little bit. And by just a little bit, I just mean 48, 72 hours. Let's just see how the rest of this week goes. KaVontae Turpin, 3-year deal, $18 million. Let's talk about that and the rest of these Dallas Cowboys free agency moves thus far. Please be sure to subscribe because your boy is fighting out here. Fighting to make sure that your experience as a fan is one that can be enjoyable while also being realistic. We know how bad things have sucked for the last 30 years, y'all. That's why I need y'all to focus more so on how things look just a little bit different than they have in the last 30 years. Let's get into it. I'm tired. You can see here, Tom Pelissero reports the Cowboys are finalizing a 3-year, $18 million deal with wide receiver and return specialist Kavante Turpin, making him the NFL's highest paid special teamer. Sources tell me and Slater NFL. And the important part of that entire line that a lot of people are willfully ignoring is the wide receiver / return specialist. He's not just a kick returner. You're not just paying $6 million for a kick returner. And even if you were, he's an all-pro. He's one of only maybe a handful of guys every season in the NFL that is returning kicks for touchdowns. There's not that many of those guys, y'all. I'm sorry to tell you this, but guys like Devin Hester and some of these other guys that were huge impacts on games via the return game, they were paid handsomely as well. And whether or not Turpin is getting touchdowns, he is 100% flipping the field for us. More times than not, man, Turpin is a bona fide weapon. In the return game, we have seen how effective he can be carrying the ball out of the backfield. We've seen he can be effective at times. We're not going to glaze and act foolish here. He can be effective at times at stretching the field as long as he can maintain his balance at the top of his routes. That's been my biggest complaint with KaVontae Turpin as a receiver is I just need him to play with a little bit more play strength because he's getting knocked over too easily because he's so slight of build. But he can stretch the field, and who knows what shot he can cook up when he had another guy that was kind of slight of build in Tyler Lockett and was able to turn him into a perennial Pro Bowl receiver, y'all. So let's relax a little bit. I'm not saying KaVontae Turpin is going to be a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. I know when I say certain things, some of y'all like to cling on to it, and it really chaps my hide because I just need y'all to listen. I need y'all to just listen, bro. Calm down. Calm down. Relax. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to keep rehashing the same things I've touched on in previous videos. But damn it, we've signed now 3 outside free agents within the first 36 hours of the legal tampering period. Not free agency. Free agency don't start until March 12th. It don't start until March 12th. It's the legal tampering period. The Cowboys have signed 3 outside guys. That has not happened ever, especially while Dak Prescott has been here. It has not happened. You can go and look it back up as far as the 2019 season. And then if you really want to get in the nitty-gritty, you can go and look up some other sites that show the transactions that teams made and the dates that they make them. And there's sites out there. I'm not going to look it up because I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of having to make the same point to y'all, to tell y'all it's not about the names. It's not about the players, which, oh, by the way, the players players are good, man. These are quality guys. These are high character, high leadership, very good football players. They're not Pro Bowlers. No, they're not all pros. No, they're not starters. One of them could be kind of a starter. Solomon Thomas is probably going to have 50 to 60% of the defensive tackle snaps, y'all. He's going to play a lot for us. So they did go out and get guys that are going to be difference makers because they have to be, because they're going to be on the field. So they're going to make a difference, either bad or positive. It's going to be a difference. They did get at least 1 to 2 difference makers. JaVontae Williams is going to have an opportunity to be a difference, whether good or bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the legal tampering period. The Cowboys went out and signed KaVontae Turpin. And why is this important that they did it on March 11th instead of March 12th? Because at March 12th, when free agency officially began, KaVontae Turpin would have been able to receive offers from other teams, and they would have been able to offer him contracts. And had they actually signed him to those contracts, they would have owed the Cowboys a second-round pick. But make no mistake about it, they would have been able to offer him a contract. Whether they truly intended on signing him or not, they could have offered him a contract and risen the price for KaVontae Turpin through negotiations. His agent could have called, hey, such a Team X, would you like a KaVontae? Oh, yeah, how much do you think he's worth for you? $10 million a season. Okay, thanks. Hey, Jerry, Team X told me they think KaVontae's worth $10 million a season. Are y'all silly, man? They got ahead of it. Y'all been wanting them to be proactive. This was a proactive move that actually saved them a few $1 million a season on KaVontae Turpin's contract. Make no mistake about it. All it took was his agent to call somebody and get what they think KaVontae's worth. And for them to be able to go back to the Cowboys and say, hey, this is what other teams think he's worth. This is what we think he's worth now. That's what it's going to take to get this deal done now. Are y'all silly? This was a good move. The Cowboys are doing things differently that they've never done before because, again, you can go back and look, man. You can go back and look when these signings and stuff have been made. It's never been this early. It's never been this early. They even signed Trent Siege a day earlier than they normally do. They normally sign him on the 12th. No, a couple days earlier than they normally sign the long snapper and stuff when free agency begins. They signed him like 3 days early this year, y'all. We're looking at the process and the differences in the process, and that is what, as fans, we can't control anything going on with the Cowboys organization. So as fans, that's all we can do is try to find something to be excited about for our team, as long as we decide to be fans about our team. Why the hell, as fans, will we go out of our way to ignore things that could be a source of good feelings, of happiness, of positive vibes, and this eternal drought of BS that we've had to suffer as fans? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? How about them Cowboys? Y'all, relax. Patience.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.